Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Heroes. Yes, we are continuing on with my Fantastic Four series of reviews. Next week we'll be talking about Silver Surfer, and then I got another surprise video in there. This show is better than the 90s series I did a video about previously. With that being said, I don't think the show overall is still very good. I don't think it's bad by any means. The writing is a little like, when it comes to. Actually, no, I wouldn't even say the writing. I don't like this show very much because, like the 90s show, it's boring. But I think this show is significantly better animation-wise. First of all, this show only ran for one season, but it didn't have like the quality drops that the 90s show, which also ran for one season and 26 episodes like this show. But that show had like very significant like animation quality drops compared to this show that kind of kept the same quality overall. I think the problem with the Fantastic Four animated show is it's kind of a cool concept because there's four of them and you can really explore those characters, but I just don't think that this show does a good job at exploring that very well. The writing is very, very flawed in terms of just having its own unique style to it. Like, I like some of the episodes, some of the concepts are kind of fun, but there's some really like groaner episodes. There's one with like I think it's like a scroll or whatever. It was super irritating. But I think the problem is just like you have to have a style. And it needs to be a very stylized show because that's kind of what the comics are. And they never really can capture that in these shows. And I think this is one of those shows that does that. It just feels very like typical show with superpowers. I don't know. I just feel like it needed a little bit more life or energy to it. It was just kind of there. I think it's kind of sad because actually, we might get some redemption in terms of Fantastic Four in the movies, right? With the new movie coming out. But we're not going to get any really redemption with the animated shows. It's not like Disney's going to make another animated show while that movie's coming out. It's just not what they do. Which is unfortunate because this is a really cool franchise, in terms of comics and stuff like that you could do some cool things with in an animated show, especially if you're doing more stylized stuff like Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man or X-Men 97, but there is no energy or life to this show. Also, I don't like the animation designs because like they look like anime, but like very boring, very stilted anime in a weird way. And everything's also overly bright. Like it's kind of hard to look at, honestly. The show's not very visually appealing, so I just tune out of all the episodes. Also, all the voice acting is just kind of there. Like it just feels very like, oh, we said some things to a mic, I guess. That's really about it. So yeah, wasn't really a fan of the show. That's all I have to really say.